News, information, opinions, and trivia. Please make welcome Cowboy Ron.
Hey, glad to be back with you. One announcement before we go into this Library of Congress story I did. One of my backdrops, you'll see me on a horse spinning a big loop. And that horse was Cheyenne, really a great friend. And unfortunately, she died last night. I had her almost 27 years. A lot of people wonder why I kept her since we didn't ride no more. But, you know, horses are a part of your family, and they're not like a car. You don't get rid of them because they can't come out and play anymore. Well, anyway, I want to talk about the Library of Congress tonight. I used to be a tour guide in Washington, D.C., as I've mentioned many times. At that time, I was working for the Blue Line Bus Company. And the Library of Congress, we have 5 stops on the night tour, each one about 25 minutes long, mostly to give people a flavor of what the nation's capital had to offer them, and to get a chance to see some things. And I got pretty good on the dimensions, but something went wrong, and I want to tell you in just a moment. A little bit about the Library of Congress. I would explain it to the people a little bit. Had the Gutenberg Bible in there. First book printed by man on a printing press with movable type. And when they purchased that in 1933, it was valued over $350,000. Take the shelves out of that one annex, it would stretch out 272 miles. Take the shelves out of both annexes, would go from here to Boston. And also I mentioned the British used the books out of the original Library of Congress to burn down the White House. They asked Thomas Jefferson to donate some books. He offered to sell them back to him. Well, anyway, I explained it, and I would generally walk in with people on some of these stops. If it was a little bit complicated, then I would let them go whichever way they wanted to see. Each family would have different things they wanted to see. If you went to Smithsonian, the men wanted to go see the weapons and steam engines, and the ladies would want to go see maybe all the gowns worn by the first ladies. But I would generally just walk them in and just show them where the steps were to get upstairs. So you look down and see the reading room and everything, and the Gutenberg Bible. But that night they were having a social function there, and those steps were closed off. Said, please take elevator. Well, I'd never taken that elevator, and I was kind of embarrassed that 50 people see me lost in the Library of Congress. So I saw a man coming by, and he had a notebook in his hand. He had a white shirt on, black trousers, and he had French cuff shirts with his sleeves rolled up a little bit. And I asked him where the elevator was. He took me back there, and I mentioned to him we were getting on the elevator. I asked him about the reading room that you saw Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman in there and all the President's Men. And I wanted to know a bit about how you got the books. I heard it was like a little tray operated on a motor, and you put your index card in there, and pretty soon your book come out. So he asked me, he said, would you like to go out there and I'll show you the reading room? And I said, well, yeah, that'd be great. So we go out there, really informative, but he kept talking, and I had to get the people, going because we had 4 more stops. So I thanked him for his wonderful information. Then I was going to praise him for being a great public servant. I said, how long have you been working for the Library of Congress? And I had noticed the police officers kept looking at us, all 50 passengers after people trying to read. And I started to say, I asked him, I said, how long have you worked here? What did he tell me back? I don't work here. And boy, I got out of there. I thought that before the police got us. And that was another one of my ventures. Got back to the bus. Of course, the police didn't bother anybody. And they were all quite happy to have been in there and to be looking down where Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman had been. Well, another one of my ventures, and thank you very much.